Okay, I think we're live and everywhere. Yes, it looks like we are. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this really special call. This is one of my favorite things that I ever get to do, and that is talk to some of my students and practitioners. And they're going to share their experience today with sacred soul symbols. So, this is the first sacred soul symbol practitioner gathering that I have ever held because I have just taught this class once. I taught this class about a year and 3 months ago. So they have plenty of time to work with the tools, work with the symbols, and they are here to share. We're going to hear from several people today. And if you have any questions, if you're here live, type your questions in. I'm streaming in multiple places, so I'll try to watch that. If not, I will come back and look for your questions and answer them. But especially if you have questions for our practitioners that are joining us and sharing their stories, if you're here on Zoom, type in your questions and I'll try to watch in the other places. So we're going to just get right started because we have a lot of people that are here to share today. So I'm going to bring on Wendy and I'm going to add you to the video here, and let's see if we can unmute you. And I think you have to unmute yourself. Hi, Wendy.
Hi.
Thank you for being here, and thank
Hi.
you for being brave to go first.
Thanks. I just gotta grab my grandson because he's gonna start
Yes.
screaming.
Oh, he's here. I thought he was going down for a nap, but he's
No, I thought he was
a
going down for a
perfect
nap.
little guy to join us. Hi.
This is Penn, and
Hi, Finn.
I think, and I started working with Sacred Soul Symbols before he was born.
I love it.
And I think it helped a lot because I had gone through a horrible divorce and I was estranged from my daughter. So Sacred Soul
Okay.
Symbols has been a major blessing for me and helping me with, fixing my relationships with my daughters. And I had legal battles that I ended up being my own attorney. So I went forth with that. So, I mean, I've, it's been amazing the things that it has helped me clear so that way I could stand up in my sovereign being and do what I needed to do to advocate for myself.
That is
It,
amazing. So it helps you reconcile with your daughter. Is that Finn's mom?
yes.
Oh, amazing. And now you have this beautiful relationship with your grandson. He's so cute. I love his red hair.
Yeah.
And your court case, you use the symbols in dealing with the legal stuff that you were working through?
And yes, and I won my case by myself.
Wow, that's remarkable. Congratulations. I
Thank
love
you.
hearing these stories. Um, Is there, and I know you have your grandson, so we're not going to keep you on here too long, but is there any particular way that you use the symbols? Do you just put the cards together or do you activate them?
I use my cards, but I don't always use my cards. I just activate the symbols.
Yeah, yeah,
And, I mean, like Divine Aspect is one of my favorites, Wishes Fulfilled. And I anchor everything in.
awesome.
And the heart of the creation has been, the most amazing thing ever,
Yes,
getting you to connect with the cards.
yes. The Heart of Creation is a lot of people's favorite meditation. I love that. And Mimi says, everybody in the comments is saying congratulations. We love
Thank
it.
you.
So we know you're watching your little grandson, so we're not going to keep you on long. But thank
Okay.
you for being here, Wendy, and thank you for going
Thank
first.
you.
You've been bringing him
Okay.
on.
Thank you.
That was awesome. Bye, Finn. Thank you. Beautiful. Okay, so I have to figure out how to um, really quickly change co-host here. Um, all right, good. So now I've got a list of who's going next here. Um, so Kizia, you have to hop off. So I'm going to bring you on next. And you should be able to unmute yourself. Um, I'm going to try making you co-host. We were having a problem with people being able to turn on their videos. Let's see if you can unmute, Kizia.
Hi.
Hi. We
I
can hear you, but we can't see you.
I know I'm on an iPad and I don't usually do it
Oh,
here, and I'm not
there you
sure.
are. I see you now.
Oh, am I on? Okay.
I'm going to add your video so people can see you. And weird, it just disappeared. Oh, there you are.
Oh, there I am. Hi.
Hi. Thank you for joining us today.
Nice to see you, and thanks so much for this expanded, use of soul symbols in such different ways that we've had over the last week or two. So it's been,
Oh, you're welcome.
yeah. So I just wanted to share. I grew up in a fairly messed up religious context, which challenged my context of God and self and whatever.
Yeah.
So I use sacred soul symbols. I've also used other modalities with you and Kim, but what I've really worked with the sacred soul symbols is the family of origin, remembrance, like to ground in who I am at a quantum level, aside from all of the craziness that I grew up around.
I love that.
And I have to say that, and injuries, like I've had repeated injuries and disease type things that have been very strange in my life. And I've worked a lot with, severing and releasing the disease patterns. And as Wendy said, just my divine aspect, my sovereignty, and grounding and anchoring everything in constantly, because I seem to be flying off the planet half the time. So the grounding and the anchoring, in addition, has been really critical for me. And also the center of protection, because I felt very unsafe for a lot of my life, just on the planet,
Yeah.
around people, too open, too much of an empath. And so, those things have helped to ground me and to make me feel secure and in my own self in a more real fashion.
I love that. And so many people that feel unsafe on this planet are constantly leaving their bodies, and a
Yeah,
lot of that comes from trauma.
yeah,
If you don't have a good understanding of God, if God does not feel, or your version of God does not feel safe to you,
yeah.
then life does not feel safe to you. So it sounds like you've really noticed a difference in using the ground and anchor symbols and being able to stay in your body.
And there was a lot of entity things that were layered into the religious stuff with my parents.
Yeah.
Some of the other modalities I've obviously worked with as well, but I think that center of protection, that grounding, that sovereignty all help to mitigate that pull that still comes from my family because of the religious overlay.
Yeah.
So I found it, I've used them, I prefer the symbols, but I use them driving. I pull things in when I'm driving. I use it constantly when the need arises, which has been just a massive gift in my life. And I'm
I
so
love,
grateful.
I love that. Thank you, Kizzy. And you use many different modalities. So your
I
sacred soul
use,
alignment, sacred
yeah,
light, energetic allergy healing. And so
yeah,
you're using them with those modalities most of the
correct.
time? Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I use something very specifically, but generally now I'm pulling because I'm not doing it as a practitioner. I'm just doing it to try and control something with my own life.
Yes.
As in an aging body in a crazy world. And I do work with some friends too to help, but I usually draw from, like what you do a lot of the times, from a lot of what's available, what's most current and what's most appropriate. But
Yeah.
the symbols have been brilliant. They're beautiful. They're tactile. They feel amazing. They energetically just sort of jump into your energy field and go, I'm here. What can I do to help?
Yeah, I love that. They're like our friends, aren't they? And
Yeah.
So she's talking about the feel of the cards. They're such good quality cards. I really sought out the best quality that I could find, and they're the best feeling cards that I've ever. I have a lot of different card decks, and they feel really nice.
Well, and because of the activation that you've done with them too, it just feels like touching them active, like it's almost like I don't have to do anything with them. I just have to touch it. And it goes,
Yeah,
okay, I'm working here. What do you want? Like just away we go.
it's so
So
true. It's so true. So, when the students and practitioners become attuned to the symbols, they're in our energy field. And
yeah,
so they're working all the time and they're intelligent. And every single person that signs up for this class, then that's how they're getting the cards. They're only available to practitioners. I sit with every single deck and I activate the deck and I activate a crystal that goes in the bag special for each person. So they come to you, ready to serve you in every way that you need. So I love that you shared that.
so
Um,
grateful. Thank you so much for
yeah, thank you
the
for
work
being.
and the commitment to, because of being inundated with a lot of crazy religious stuff and belief systems. I'm really careful energetically about who I even surround myself with. But the cleanness of the gift of what you bring is amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I'm glad that they're helping you overcome, that religious programming is and traumatic experiences are so damaging and
Yeah.
they can be complex to
Yeah,
dissolve because it's woven into everything that we are. So I'm glad that they're supporting you in that way.
thank you.
Thank you for being here, Kizia.
Thanks.
I'm going to, let's see, I have to remove people from being co-host and remove pin. Okay, let me see who's coming on next. I love hearing these shares. And if you guys have any questions for anyone that as they're coming on, it's hard for me to look in all the places and have a conversation, but I'm doing my best to. I'll do my best to look. So Jill's going to come on next, and I know several of you guys have to hop off soon, so we might not get to all of you guys that are here share if you have to hop off soon. All right, Jill, let me pin you here. Yay. Oh, let's see. Okay, I think we can hear. I think I actually brought on the wrong person. Hold on.
Oh, well, I can see myself on the screen.
Okay. Oh, something was weird with me. All right. Hi. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Of course, I'm going to keep this brief because I know a lot of people want to share, and I don't blame them. I just really want to say a real big thank you to you for doing this. I love the soul symbols; they're energetically uplifting. I love the activations. I love anchoring it in with that anchor symbol. I just like looking at them and meditating on them. And it's just been great. I'm all about raising my vibration. Where I've
Yeah.
been is where I've been. I'm raising myself up from that and just focused on where I'm going. And honestly, just enjoying the journey.
That's beautiful. I love it. And that's all we can do, right? Where we've been is where we've been, and we can go to somewhere different. At any moment we can choose to go to somewhere different.
Indeed, it's
So,
that shift. Yes, and I'm doing the shift.
I
I'm
love
not
it.
staying stuck. I'm not stuck.
Beautiful. Do you have a favorite symbol?
Oh, you know what I like about the sever symbol is cool, and the anchor symbol.
Yes, those are a lot of people's favorites. And those are ones that get used over and over and over again. So, anything else you want to share, Jill?
I love the activations. Just keep doing this. You're just doing a great job. We love you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and thank you for being here to share.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Love how we can move quickly here. Remove pin. Okay. Jill. There we go. Host. Okay. Ask to unmute. Okay, I think we're ready for you, Jilly. Let me add pin. Let's see. I can't see you, but I think I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So I joined you in goodness, 2017 or 18 was Sacred Soul Alignments, I think it was.
Yes.
Um, and I at that point had sworn off I was not going to do anything that year because I was going to integrate. And you, as always, made an offer that I couldn't refuse. And so
Uh-oh, you've disappeared.
and then
There you are.
and then I just basically kept going, going, going. And then when you introduced Sacred Soul Symbols and you started talking about them during you were doing something else. I'm thinking it was Sacred Soul Alignment, and you talked about Sacred Soul Symbols and this new thing that you were doing. And then you showed us the cards. And I quite honestly, just being hand to God honest about it, invested for the cards.
I've heard that from other people.
And because they were so beautiful, and I just love the iridescence. And I have to tell you that the way that they integrate and with Sacred Soul Alignment and with co-creating miracles and all the other things that I'm have done with you, they are a beautiful complement to each other. They're really, really beautiful in the way that they all work together, and it's very seamless. And I have clients now that I love using them in my client work. I use them every single day. And even people that I know that are like, I don't really know if I believe in them, but can you please, and I have clients that will ask me for several and release by name.
Yeah.
And they'll say, can you just do the thing that you do and do whatever you want? I like the symbols too. And I'll say, okay, and I'll just do them. And my favorites are Sever and Release and Align and Wealth Code are my four favorites.
I love it.
And I basically will just be in the space. At this point, I was doing it the other day, and I was putting them in my water in the morning, and I just literally saw it like they were. Some of you are going to not know what this is, but some of you are older and will know those old fashioned, like if you used to ever worked in a diner or you ever worked in service and you would have the paper tickets.
Yes.
And the little stick thing. And I literally saw all the symbols that wanted to come through just like that. And it was just really incredible to watch them, the energy of them just go. And then the other day when you put the new one, the Armor of God symbol, I all of a sudden started speaking light language and couldn't stop. I was speaking light language with my mouth and with my hands. And I just was like, okay.
I love that.
Went with it. But I love that they seamlessly integrate. And I also love that I can use them. Like I love using the cards, obviously, but I also love like calling them in. Like I can call them in driving down the road. I can call them in just seamlessly. And cannot recommend highly enough. Even if you're just using them for yourself. One of the things that I do love though about I've had a few clients tell me that I'm unique in the offerings that I do in the first place and how I coach and offering one-on-one work, but also in the fact that I use the symbols and that I also bring in alignments and stack and powerfully do those pieces. And I also let them do their own thing too, where I'll just kind of start randomly calling things in and let them do their own thing. So I won't necessarily, I'll be calling in alignments, for example, and then just calling the symbols retroactively again, like you've said, time and time again, it's energetic. So a lot of times I'll just let them do their own thing and be where they are. But again, can't recommend highly enough the symbols. They're beautiful. So I'm excited to do the course again.
Yay, thank you, Jilly. I'm so excited to teach it again because, last time was the first time I taught, obviously, and teaching is really one of the best ways for us to learn, right? And I
Right.
learned so much from you guys in the ways that you're using them and what this is doing for you. Like the Atlantean symbol, I just happen to have this sitting right here. In class, I learned from you guys that you were using this with technology to literally fix computer issues and phone issues, and that made so much sense because Atlanteans were so technology, based. And I've just learned so much from the last, almost year and a half of working with the symbol myself after having taught. And so this next class, if you came through last time, please come again. You can come at no cost. If you're already enrolled, you don't have to do anything. Show up or watch the replays, and you're going to really deepen your relationship with the symbols. So thank you, Jill, for sharing,
100%.
and I'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's see. I'm figuring out. Remove pin. And Wendy Axelrod is going to come on next. I'm excited to hear what you have to say, Wendy. Before I taught last year, I did a couple of sessions with people that I had worked with quite a bit. And Wendy was one of those, and just using the symbols. I wanted to really, because I tend to use everything all the time that I have at my disposal. And oftentimes I will just use a symbol on its own or a couple symbols on their own. But I wanted to have sessions with clients just using the symbols so that we could, see what's happening when you're only using the symbols. And Wendy and I did that. And you've been working with them for a while now. So Wendy, I'm making you co-host, and let's see if we can unmute you. And I can't hear you.
Am I?
There
Oh, I
you
am.
go.
I don't, my video is still locked. Let's see. I can't unlock. Oh, there you go. Can you see me
There
now?
we go. Yay. Okay, let me add your video. There we go. Hi. It's been a little while since I've seen you. It's good to
I
see you.
know. Well, after working with you nonstop for several years and working myself daily for over 5 years at this point, I reached that point where I can go much more, much less frequently in
That's
terms
the
of reaching
goal,
out to you.
right? Yes.
Oh my God, it's like it's like nirvana by comparison. Oh my goodness. It's worth doing all of that work. And so, from that session where we used just the symbols, and it was so funny because I remember your surprise, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how infrequently I felt called to bring in other tools, that
Yeah.
there really was so much there with all the symbols to address what was coming up, and just how powerful. And what was so amazing about that session also is because we were so used to using all of the other tools, when it was just the symbols, it was so easy to see more clearly how. And this was also the first time we used the cards with the symbols, right? You had been working with us with the symbols for several years, had already attuned us to a handful of symbols. And here we were, um, using just the symbols. And what was so amazing was to see the difference in how they felt and how they worked, where all of a sudden it was like,
Yeah.
bam, laser precision, like you just knew it was hitting directly into whatever was the issue. And one of the things that we had worked on in that session was clearing shame.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I was like, what, you're like, how you doing? How do you feel about it? I'm like, and I just started like crying practically. I'm like, I don't know how to feel.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, it's like I was so tied to this identity of holding on to this shame, I didn't know how to be. And then you brought in remembrance.
Yeah.
And like, oh, remembering who you are without that, because we've held so much of our identity now is who we've been and what we've been holding on to. So being able to reset, using the remembrance is amazing. And, in terms of, like favorite tools, I don't even know how to say what the favorites are. I work with high achieving women, professionals and entrepreneurs who feel stuck.
Yeah.
So I combine everything, but my favorite tools that I like to weave in is as I'm releasing limiting beliefs and self-sabotaging patterns and installing the positive, I'm using several a lot, pattern disconnect, root of the issue, the mental and emotional body, definitely release. Oh my God, I love that one. And I love using release with flow to help things release with flow and ease. I came in a session recently and I'm like, oh, I love that.
I
So
love that.
so every once in a while, I'll get a new combination that just like really resonates. It's just so powerful. And so, in terms of the things though that I really wanted to share is just one, how versatile these tools are, because the use cases are just limited by your imagination. So basically, it's limitless, and you have different clients, different experiences. So new ideas come in when they see the symbols. What I like to show the cards because I don't always show the cards, but the times that I really do are one clients who tend to say. They're more visual, and they're the ones who say in session, "Oh, I see colors or I see images." So because I don't necessarily work with healers per se,
Yeah.
so when they tend to reference visual experiences, they're the ones that I think will really benefit. And also, I work with a lot of women who get stuck in their head, just like I did. I've always been.
Yeah.
That's what my thing. So when you show someone the card and they're focusing on that instead of running through in their head, what else do I have to ask? What's going on? They can just allow it.
Yeah, yeah. And that was something that I really noticed in that session with you because a lot of our sessions would be kind of playing over the things verbally, that we were clearing. And well, what about this angle? And there was none of that because
Yeah.
the symbols bypass our conscious and unconscious mind. And so they allow us to just accept the healing without questioning it. That's one of the ways that that plays out. And that's interesting. So you're working with people. So you work with, high level entrepreneurs and not necessarily super spiritual people. But these cards are high level spiritual, technologies. So, but they're able to accept it and allow, the healing from it, even though they may not really be in this world or understand all the metaphysical things that they're doing. So that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, they're in different places in terms of their spirituality. Maybe they've experienced energy healing, but generally it's more they're on that spirit. They're starting along their spiritual awakening, and they're very super curious about it. And then when they see this how this works and how much better they feel, it opens them up even more to that spiritual path. I just want to make sure that there's one other thing that I wanted to mention is when I do call in the symbols, especially like for example sever or release, you can see the sense of empowerment that clients have because I always remind them, by the way, I'm just the channel, I'm not doing the healing, you are.
Right.
So when they see the symbols, it just furthers that sense of empowerment of how they're able to be a player in their healing and in the role.
Yeah.
I just want to see if there's anything else that I wanted to share. No, I think that's really what I want. They've been amazing. I'm excited to go back through the class again because learning from everybody else's experiences to refresh also on the tools that I may not have used as much. And
Yeah.
just, I mean, the difference I see in myself and in clients and the speed of using some of these tools
Yeah.
is amazing. And it's both surprising to me and to my clients.
I
So
love it.
yeah,
And
thank you.
you and I did work together quite intimately for quite a long time. But as I'm listening to you talk, I'm realizing that I haven't had a request from you for a session, I don't think, since the class last year, maybe once since then. So you've done so much work on yourself. You're one of the most dedicated people that I know to your own soul evolution. But that's pretty remarkable that you are, it's reminding me of the rise symbol. You've really taken off and you've risen up into that freedom of your own sovereignty and, being able to stand on that. I love witnessing that.
Yes, well, and one of the things, so our last session actually was last June, believe it or not. And I nearly called you, but I was able to kind of chip away at different things using the symbols and the other tools. And it just like, oh my gosh, I was able to have that breakthrough. And what I also started to use, which I am not an EFT practitioner, but I started attending some programs for that. And that EFT blended so well with like the symbols and the tools. It's amazing how you can weave different modalities even as you take on new modalities or you're learning from other people.
Love
The
that.
versatility is just incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love EFT is where I started actually with my healing journey
Oh,
many
nice.
years ago. Yeah. So that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing, Wendy. Anything else you want to share before you hop off?
If you're questioning whether this is the right thing for you, just do it seriously because it is just so insanely easy. Like I wish I had started my healing journey with this, or the tool, even or your other programs, but it's there's only 44 tools right now. There'll be what, the 55 this summer,
Yeah.
but it's so much easier to do things when you can just be creative and not worry, do I have a tool for this? No, just make it up. It's all in your intention. It doesn't get easier than, and
Yeah.
it's easy to learn how to use them. You can literally, if you get over if you can put your fear of, can I do this? Is it working aside? You can literally be doing them in minutes.
Yeah.
It's really
So
letting
true.
like
Yeah,
no
right out
joke,
the gate. Yeah.
no
Yes.
joke.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Wendy. It's really good to see you. We'll have to catch up more soon.
Oh, I would love that. So I look forward to seeing everyone in the class and you.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. I love it. Let's see. There. Oh, she figured it out on her own. Good. Okay, so we've got Mimi coming on. I'm seeing a bit of discussion in the Zoom about people needing to go next. So we have Mimi, Dawn, Sonia, Jennifer, and Wingfield, and then Patty and Olivia, or Patty and Karina and Olivia. So Mimi, I've already made you co-host for some reason somehow. So I'm going to ask to unmute you. Let's see. For some reason, it's not unmuting. Oh, let's see. You might. I wonder if I need to unmute you on your.
I
you
am. Yes.
There we go.
Okay.
I can hear you now.
Okay. Oh,
There's an echo of some sort. I wonder if you're unmute. I wonder if you're on your iPad and your other device.
yes.
Are you able to turn the speakers off on one of those?
Yeah.
Or the sound, or mute the sound?
Okay. Turn this down and turn this up.
Perfect. Now you're not echoing anymore.
Okay. Now let me undo. Yeah, I had it from my iPad.
Oh, now you're echoing again. Let's see. I'm gonna pin you. Live technical things that we have to figure out. So if you can mute the sound on one of your devices and then speak from one of them. And if we can't figure it out, that's okay.
All right.
Perfect. Oh,
It's so weird.
I think it was echoing. Let's see.
Okay, which one do you have me? Okay, I'm just going to turn off my phone.
Okay, perfect.
I do that so I can. No, how come my phone's not turning on?
Okay. Oh, okay, so I had her on her phone. So let me bring you on your iPad. Let's see. Make co-host and ask to unmute.
Start video.
There.
There we are.
We got it. Yay.
Yay. Well,
It's worth it just to be able to see your face. So thank you for being here.
I wanted to come on because I started with Sacred Soul symbols.
Yes.
And I had done Reiki almost 30 years beforehand, Reiki level 1 and 2. It wasn't for me. I was watching a couple of your master classes. I saw the symbols and I had to do it. You worked with me to make it work for me, which I'm so grateful for. And I will always be grateful for you. And I love you. What I did want to start with is release is my favorite symbol.
We're hearing that a lot.
Yes. Connect, and I did a little bit of artwork. This symbol comes in for me in a different way. It comes in, and forgive the artwork.
Ooh,
So it comes in like that.
I love it. Okay, beautiful. It's
So,
almost like a double connect.
yes. So it just comes in to make like a Merkabah would.
Yes,
remembering.
yes.
And that's exactly, it's just the heart, and then it spreads out that even more so.
That's amazing. Well, how does that feel to you when it comes in?
It's just like with whatever the new armor of God. I saw it as just being pure love, and that was the protection, not something that I needed from somewhere else, just that love. So I think that has to do with it.
Yeah.
That way, it's just the surrounding of love and light, and that's how the connect is for me. So
That's beautiful. So it's like it's connecting you really with all that is what it feels like.
exactly. Okay, and then this is the balance symbol, and I have issues where my body is out of alignment, and if it's put back in, I will get extremely dizzy from the release of energy. And this symbol just comes in for me.
Wow.
I don't think about it. It just comes in to take care of me.
And that takes your dizziness down?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Where instead of just everything spinning and having to hold on, it just immediately, instantaneously unfunctional.
Wow, that's incredible.
And so what I love is I don't have to consciously think the symbols are there. We're attuned to them. They are working. So for anyone on the fence that's afraid, oh, I don't know the vocabulary, I don't necessarily understand it, take the leap. It is so miraculous. It's so wonderful. There's a family within the sacred. It's literally a sacred soul family.
Yeah.
So you have a whole community with shared vision of love and light. Because when you call in, you activate the symbols, it's in divine love and light, create or change it.
Right.
So it's all just a family. It's all love and light. So I'm just so grateful I did that. And now I'm taking Sacred Soul Alignment.
Yeah.
So
you started, because I've been teaching Sacred Soul Alignment for so many years, most of the people have started with Sacred Soul Alignment and then come into Sacred Soul Symbols. There's maybe 25 people or so that started with the symbols. But I love hearing that, because one of the things that a lot of people have shared with me is that the symbols are really a perfect place to start because they're so simple. And I honestly thought it was going to be the other way around because they're such high level tools. But because of the simplicity and the tangibility, with the cards, it just makes it easy and a good place to start. So thank you for sharing that, Mimi, and thank you for being here. Anything else you want to share before we hop off? You've shared a lot.
Yes, I just wanted to let you know how incredibly grateful I am, to have found you, and for you just being you. You were so generous, so kind, so loving. I just admire you so much. And I love you.
Thank you. Thank you. I love you too. And I'm so happy you're part of the family.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for being here.
You're very welcome. I had to be it. I had to do it.
Thank you. Bye. All right. Beautiful share. And oh, you figured it out yourself too, it looks like. Okay, let me see who is going to come next. Dawn. And some of you guys are saying that you wanted to share, but you're having to hop off. So I knew there was going to be a lot of people on here wanting to share because people love the symbols. So Dawn, I've made you co-host. Let me ask to unmute you. There we go. And I think you'll have to turn your own video on. I can't do it on my side. Yay, we see you. Let me
Hi.
Hi, Dawn. It's so good to see you.
Thank you. And I got to say, it's just so much fun listening to everybody else.
Yeah.
And yes, yes, yes to everything everybody said. I'm like Mimi. I came in from symbols, was my very first modality with you. And I came in on the 21-day one because I wasn't spending anymore. I wasn't doing anymore. I was like, that's enough. Deal with what you have.
Yeah.
So I have done a lot of spiritual work throughout my life. I grew up in a family and blah, blah, blah. So it's really hard for me to get excited.
Yeah.
Almost like, yeah, right. Okay. Sell me something, but with you, you're so pure hearted.
Oh, thank you.
Just your energy is just so loving. It's not, I wouldn't say mushy, but it's like soft but hard at the same time, if I could say that. So anyways, I've enjoyed the experience with you. And it's really hard. I have a couple kids, and any one day, one of them is my favorite. It's the same thing with these symbols. So I'm sitting here and I'm pulling them out, like which ones I love best. And yeah, there's about 12 laid out.
Yeah.
But so I got into your classes because I had done Akashic and Reiki, and I've done Seraphim energy healing, and I love all these things together. But I kind of got bored with a lot of them because they're so slow. And I'm like, seriously, I don't feel like picking up that rock again. All right. Can we just get through this and like move on? I don't want to be picking at that scab. And so I really was gung ho on the quantum, right? And so I'm like, yeah, give it to me, like bring it on. But I am also a cancer survivor. I'm going to be 10 years in remission. And with that came a lot of brain chemo effect issues. I had 6 months of hard chemo. And so, drum roll, please. My favorite symbol is the step down frequency.
Yes.
And so, for me personally, it's been huge because I'm an energy, I won't say that word. I'm an energy nut. I like, give it to me more, right? I'll do 3 activations. I know it's too much. I know. But I just can't help myself sometimes. And the step down frequency has allowed my mind and my body, or my energy and my body, to both accept the energies.
Mm-hmm.
So I use the step down frequency all the time. I use it for myself personally. I use it for client sessions. I have people that will call me or text me and ask me to send them the step down.
Wow.
Because I can send it to them as like a bubble or an energy bubble, that package that I send them. And I'm like, just grab it as you need it, pull it in as you need it. So I'll put it around them. So this has been really huge. And I highly suggest it for anybody that has been through medical traumas.
Love that.
I've had other clients that have brain, like an MS survivor, and some trauma things and physical things. It has been so beneficial.
I love hearing that. Do you ever combine it with the dis-ease symbol, or do you use it on its, yeah,
but it likes to it'll just come in and do what it needs to do.
yes.
It is so freaking powerful. All of the symbols are so powerful. Like, it's almost like it's too easy. I got used to life being so hard.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't have to consciously even think about it. They show up. And what I love is the layering. And I've been playing with that a lot over the past year and that. And now that I do alignments, I have some of your alignments, and I have the co-creating miracles, and I'm doing energetic allergy healing.
Oh, good.
But the way they all can come in together, and it's kind of like I just like have to call it in, and I actually almost just have to step back.
Yes.
Because I was so used to having to work and control and pull this and it's like, Dawn, back off. And it's funny because like sometimes so much will come in for the clients and I'll be like, oh my gosh, like step down frequency, bring it in, so they can handle it. But I'll have the Akashic records open, and then the Seraphim angels will be working, the symbols will layer in, and it's just amazing how beautifully that these symbols flow with everything. They're just beautiful with that. And the other one that I love, because I am menopausal, was it postmenopausal? I'm old, is the Arcturian. Because
Okay.
during the class, you did a macro for to use it for a sleep. And so we made a vessel
Yeah.
out of the Arcturian symbol on the top and the bottom.
Yes.
And I get woken up all night. My husband doesn't think his going to the bathroom wakes me up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So whatever. So a lot of times if I do want to stay in the bed with them, I'll use this and I'll be like, and it's so funny. Okay, I got to admit, I'm kind of lazy. I didn't even make my own macro. I just tell the symbols to pull in Alicia's macro.
Well, they're intelligent. They really are. And they do what they're designed to do. And I don't like to do things that are a lot of trouble and a lot of work. And I was using other modalities that were beautiful modalities, but they were taking too long. And that's where I created alignments, because I was like, I want something fast and easy. And my energy moves really fast. And symbols are even more so. I hear from people with the alignments all the time, exactly what you said with the symbols. It's like, it's almost too easy. That's the question I get the most often. Am I doing this right? Because it's so easy. But yeah, with the symbols, it's like, we cards, but they're in the energy field. Yeah, they're doing the heavy lifting. Yeah.
And then as I've shared with you before, and you helped me so greatly, my mom passed away suddenly last summer. And so, I'm an energy worker. I'm a healer by nature. And so my whole family was falling apart. Everybody, and all different weird things, okay? Because everybody had their relationship with my mom, her sister, my kids. Oh my goodness. But when we went through the funeral and directly afterwards, and then even the holidays and all those big moments, these symbols were huge for my family. And they don't even know, like, they don't even care to understand what I'm doing. They're just like, yeah, go ahead and do it. Yeah. And so while they were real upset in that, I used the center of protection a lot.
Yeah.
And then I was layering in some disconnect from the collective, the discordant energy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Beautiful.
So I was able to layer that, but I mean, I just went down and dirty with it. I'd be like, okay, all right, boom. And I'd like get them there. I'm like, give me permission. Do I have full permission? And I'm like, okay, there you go. And the other big one that worked really well with the symbols during that stressful time was the breath of peace.
Yeah. So that's an attunement that you get that allows your breath to literally clear the energy. So yeah, that's a powerful one with releasing grief, especially because we hold grief in our lungs. So yeah, I'm so glad that you had the support during that really difficult time.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because as we all know, our higher selves are always trying to do better for us, right? They're trying to lead us in the right path. And Stephanie Mason, I got to give her kudos.
Oh, yeah, I love Steph.
I love Steph. She is such an amazing healer.
Yes, she is.
but she like, well, check this out, Dawn. And so I did. And as we all know, if you're on the fence, if you're interested in Alicia's things, your higher self brought you there. Okay.
That's true.
99.9% of the time. And don't let your fear or those old, like, oh, I don't need another tool, or I have enough, or don't let that stop you, because this really is next level. This is next level.
Thank you, Dawn.
Thank
I
you.
loved all those stories. Thank you for being here. It was beautiful.
Thank you.
And it's good to see your face. And I'll see you in class.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Perfect ending. All right. Remove pin. I love it. That was a beautiful share. Okay, we've got a list going here. So Dawn, after Dawn is Sonia, Jennifer, Wingfield. I'm going to put the list here so those of you who have just hopped on can see. And then Patty, Karina, and Olivia, I think is the order. Patty, Karina, and Olivia. So Kara, are you available to stick around for just a few minutes and share after them? I'm going to bring Sonia on. And anybody else here? I see some other practitioners here, but I don't want to put you on the spot. So let me know if you're here to share. And I'm going to bring Sonia on. I love hearing from you, Sonia. I've heard some miraculous stories from you over the years.
There I am.
Hello, I love your back.
Hi. Hi, I got my cards. They're always on my bed. With the little crystal that came with them. And I have an Andara that lives in there too.
Ooh.
I use these cards every day. I use them for my business. I use them for my personal life. I use them for drawing them on candles and things like that, using them creatively. I use them for family. I use them for friends. They're quick. They're easy. I don't have any miraculous stories with these, but they're specifically because I use them with my other tools. I don't usually use them by themselves.
You have alignments and all sacred and all the things.
And so if I don't show the cards during the healing, I'll often take a photo of the cards that I used and then send them the activated image so that they can tune into that. Because it's so easy to bring them in quickly, especially when I'm, layering a bunch of other things. But they are so powerful and they make the work so much faster. I'm able to provide relief at a level of speed now that I've never had before. I can get people's stuff done more quickly, and it feels like also more gently because these are working. It's just all that much more more powerful, So sorry, I was getting a phone call. It's distracting me. But I just absolutely love the versatility of these and the power.
Yeah.
And they also, come in by themselves too. I'll be doing a healing for somebody and I won't need to call them in. They'll come in for me. And so there's just nothing bad about these. There's nothing to complain about. They're gorgeous. They're powerful. They're easy. And for anybody that has a healing business, I mean, even for anybody else, but especially, I highly recommend them because they're so quick.
Awesome. Thank you, Sonia.
Yeah.
I love hearing anything else that you want to share. I love hearing from you before we hop off.
Well, not really. I don't think. I'm excited for the class so that we can all learn more about and share, because I always learn so much from other practitioners and the way they're using the cards. So I'm really looking forward to the class.
Yeah, this next class is going to be amazing. So I can't wait to see you there. Thank you for being here, Sonia, and for
You're
sharing.
welcome. All right.
I'll
Bye-bye.
see you soon. Pin. Okay, I'm getting fast at this. Okay, let's see. Who is next? Is Jennifer. All right, I made you co-host.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Let me add,
Good,
and I can
good.
see you. There you are. Hi.
Yay!
You've
Hi.
got a cool background too.
Oh, thanks. I must have been one of Colette Baron Reed's things or something like that. I downloaded it off
Awesome.
of anyways. So I kind of was like Jilly, and before I found out that you were doing the symbols, I was like, I'm not paying out for anything else. I need to start integrating some of the stuff that I already have. So I wasn't intentionally, but then you started talking about the sever symbol, and I felt like you received that symbol specifically for me because I was struggling still, even with the alignments, I was still struggling with trying to keep out unwanted energies. And I've well, people that know me might know that I've been struggling with the only thing I can describe them as is like energy attacks for since 2019. And the sever symbol really helped with severing those unwanted energies out of my life completely. And as always, your stuff, as it's coming in, it always feels like, oh, that's totally meant for me. She's receiving this stuff for me.
And it's true, and
um,
it's true. I receive it to pass on to everyone who is open to it and needs it.
Yeah. So, and for me, I'm better at it now, but when I first started with Sacred Soul Alignments, I really struggled with being able to meditate. I have a lot of the monkey mind thing going on, and the symbols really cut past all of that stuff. And they just work so well. Like they're so potent and to the point, and they'll come in for me even when I don't know that I need them. I created a macro for I call it a protection vessel. So it's the vessel symbol with center of protection and sovereign shield on the outside. And I actually, at one point, I was utilizing, I use sacred light purification running on the inside and the outside. And I activated a portal to suck any and all negative energies into the Ethernet so that they weren't even getting inside of that. And I use that every day for my house, my home, and everything in my home. So devices, crystals, plants, my cat, my son, for everything. And I use the frequency finder to find frequencies, especially for digestion, because I've had struggles with digestion. So I use it to find ingredient mitigating frequencies.
Oh, I love that. That's very creative.
Every day. I use that pretty much every day. And then the step down frequency, the reset, and the anchor, I use those for pretty much everything to help me anchor everything in. Because for me, I use the reset as resetting whatever it is I'm working on to this new state of being.
Yes.
So, so I use those every day as well.
Beautiful.
And the armor of God, when you said that the other day, I was like, wow, that's just phenomenal. Because last summer, I think it was, I went for a reading at the church that I go to. And the woman that I spoke with, she was saying that before she does a reading, she puts on her armor of God. And so for me, it's been like waiting in the background. So I was really happy when you said that that was coming in for you as well. So
I love that. Yeah, that came in a session with a client, and I was like, the words were very strong, and I was a little bit resistant to armor of God because it's something it's not like my own phrase, but it was very insistent that that was the name of it. So I'm excited
Yeah.
to pass that on to you guys.
Yeah, I'm excited to receive it. And when I see it as an armor, I see it, I do actually see it like an armor, but but to the point where it's stronger than the strongest metal, but softer than the softest thing that you could have on your skin. So
Give me goosebumps. Yeah.
yeah, it's very versatile in that way.
Mhm.
That's how I see it anyway. So
I
yeah,
love
I'm
that.
so excited and looking forward to, to the upcoming class.
Yay. Well, I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you for being on and sharing, Jennifer.
Thank you.
Good to see
Bye.
you.
You too. Bye.
Okay, yay. I think I am bringing on Wingfield next. Let me look here. Yes. Wingfield, I can't wait to see you. It's been a minute since I've seen your face. Let's see, make you co-host. And I miss you. Okay, here we go. Oh, and you're here with Shantae, but wait, you're still muted.
There we go.
Yay! Hello to Wingfield and Shantae.
Hello.
So good to see both of
Yeah.
you. Oh, you're muted again. Somehow.
There.
There we go.
I
There
will
we
try
go.
not to touch anything else. Well, our window is very bright behind us, so we're sort of looking ghosty. I just want to say, everybody has already shared all the amazing things that they have experienced and that we experienced by being in your presence and through your mentorships. And my life has certainly changed vastly, turned 180 degrees since working with you and starting with the alignments. And I found the alignments rather challenging because there's so many, and I don't have the capacity to remember them without a prompt. But with the symbols, it was like I just absorbed them immediately, and they just became a part of my intuition and my thinking, and I feel this visceral shivering that comes on when I really know I'm connected. And of course I'm with Shantae, and she's a practitioner, so she's really working with clients. But we start our day with our coffee and our infusion of for our day with our intentions, which include alignments and
And
symbols.
every day
Yeah.
in our coffee, we set up a container with the open vessel, divine aspect, and then we always bring in the advance with ease and joy and harmonize alignments, and
I love
then
it.
whoever else wants to come through, and then oftentimes it'll be the sacred light, joy of life, and bounty of the universe, because I love the synergy of the symbols and the sacred light technologies. They just feel like light structures that come in, and they're so intricate, and they just come in without even having to be directed or called in, because they're always running in my field. I get so excited when I talk about this, so my it's kind of going all over the place. So
I love it. I love your excitement.
and then and then we always bring in the step down frequency, align, attune, install, anchor with the sacred light close, and then
Right.
so that's starting the day. And then with myself, I'm always just feeling them coming in. And with clients, I love bringing in the spirals,
Yes.
ripple, and the balance for doing timeline healing, because it goes into all of these multi-dimensional levels. And then the remembrance, that's just one of my favorites. I'm always bringing that one in. And the frequency finder, it's just I could be here all day
Yeah,
talking about
well, the frequency finder is particularly, I'm enamored of the frequency finder and the gather together. And
Yes.
my family, who have not embraced this level of spirituality work that Shantae and I are working on, have felt a power in the compassion and the healings that we send to them for their various emotional and health benefits, and will come and ask for, even my sister who is, said, well, I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need to know about any of that. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay,
Yeah.
so that was several
And-
years ago. But now, they're saying, oh, could you do?
Right, because we've been bringing in the family of origin
Yeah.
symbol with the
Yes.
Sacred Light Archangel tool.
Right.
Beautiful.
So we've
Beautiful.
really noticed some hardcore skeptics been softened by the effect of what we've learned and grown into. And just want to thank you, Alicia, more than, I mean, let's just exponentially times 10, everybody else's too, thanking you for your gifts to us of
Oh, thank
yourself
you.
and
Yes.
what's come through to you that you passing on to us with such generosity. So
Thank
there's no hesitate. I mean, I jumped in big time a couple of years ago or whatever it was, and committed to being a mentee of yours, and without a doubt, the best thing I've done in
Oh.
my adult life. It's the
Love you
best.
so much.
And
Oh, I love you guys. Thank you. This makes
anyone
me
else,
very happy.
or
You
anyone
guys
else
know I love doing this.
contemplating, should I do this or, oh, I don't know. Just like everyone has said, just jump in, babe, because you cannot go wrong.
Thank
And
you.
I love my cards, and I love
Oh,
everything that you have given. Thank you so much,
Thank you so
and love to
much.
all of you.
thank you so much, Wingfield and Jonte. And I just want to say, I want to come over to your guys' house for coffee and set up dinner with you guys. Next time I'm up that way, maybe we can do that.
You absolutely
Yes.
open the door. We're here for you.
Beautiful. Thank you for being here, both of you, and love you guys.
Love
And
you
I'll see you in class.
Okay, sure. Bye.
Bye. Every time I do these, I almost cry, and you guys can see why. Okay. Love Wingfield and Jonte. Okay, I think Patty's next. Is that true? Patty. I lost my list. Let's see. Patty, Karina, and Olivia. So Patty, I'm gonna find you here. I'm excited to hear from you. I'm excited to hear from all of you guys. This is really fun for me. You guys can tell why, I'm sure. Okay.
Hello.
Hello, and let me add your video here. Hi, Patty.
Hi.
Good to see you. Thank you for being here.
Oh, wouldn't miss it. I wanted to start off by
Ooh,
showing,
what is this?
see how it shows up. This is a card holder.
Oh my goodness. We
There
need
was a man, I didn't make it. There was a man in the area, and it was like $10 to buy it. And I thought I had to have it.
Yes.
Just
That is
something
the
like that,
coolest thing.
something to make, and you can put your cards in there.
Wow.
I wanted to
We
share
all need
that.
one of those.
Yeah.
I
Well,
love that.
It's so hard, right? To
It
show.
is to hold too many cards, yeah, in your hands. Yeah.
Now, I went to a toy store and they had a card holder type thing that you could put these in and have them kind of fanned out like that as well.
Oh, cool.
But
That's a good
yeah,
idea too.
I kind of like having this thing and having them already.
Yeah.
And the thing I love about the course is that you share those Sacred Soul Symbol animation videos.
Yes.
They're powerful. They really help new people get into the energy just sitting back and watching it. I love how this year you've created your healing with those videos included in it. They're very, very powerful.
Thank you.
So thank you.
That just came to me in the middle of the night one night.
Well, and it's wonderful for new people as well.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to mention is the symbols seem to take on a life of their own. So I call in the vessel symbol, and it's doing its thing, moving around, coming together, forming that Merkaba around you. But then I'll call in the divine aspect symbol, and it seems to kind of split into two, kind of duplicate, then it comes back together, and then the two of them are flipping counterclockwise and clockwise inside the vessel symbol, like they're kind of merging all of them together. So there's like the vessel symbol, and it's moving into the Merkaba, and then there's the divine aspect, or the shield of sovereignty is very similar. It kind of does its own thing too, and kind of, it doesn't just stay there for me. It will move around, two of them kind of merging together. So I love how they're doing their own thing. In the beginning, somebody starting new, this may not happen to you, but the more that you listen to the attunements, watch the videos, they do become a big part of your whole energy system. You don't have to have the cards here. You see them coming in, you see them surrounding you. Sometimes the release symbol is my favorite, always has been. I feel like I'm on that one of those vibrating things that you stand on.
Oh,
and
yeah.
taking everything out. I've loved that right from the moment I was attuned to it, and it comes in a lot. And then sometimes after everything shakes out, I'll see the sever symbol, multiple sever symbols just kind of going around, and
I love
like
that.
Pac-Man, cutting and eating,
Ooh, I like that visual. Yeah.
cutting and eating everything up. So the release is my favorite. Sever, I love how it's not just acting like scissors. Sometimes it needs to go in like tweezers and pull something out of your liver or some part of your body, your energetic field. So it pulls it out, and then it kind of turns into the scissors, and it cuts it and kind of explodes it. And I love the balance symbol as well. I use it a lot for hormones. The sever symbol, I'm trying to see here. I like to use it to sever from the collective energies. I really feel those energies out there. Everything going on in the US, I'm in Canada, but there's a lot of stuff going on in Canada. So I've been really working hard because it's giving me anxiety, everything that's happening there, and how it's affecting us. So I will use that sever symbol a lot to disconnect from and sever all those collective energies, and I'll bring in the alignments. I'm attuned and certified in Sacred Soul alignments, and I've done the Sacred Light and co-creating miracles with Sacred Light, and Kimberly's EAH. So they all just flow in. And the more you work with all these healing modalities, you don't really need them. They just kind of show up. They come to your mind. They're like sitting right there in front of you. For those that are new to all of this, don't feel bad if you don't feel. Maybe you come in and you say, these people are saying, I feel this and I feel that. Maybe you're a seer, maybe you're a knower, maybe you just know that they're happening, and that's fine. Some people will have fantastic visuals, but just realize whether you feel, see, hear, know, maybe you don't think you're getting any of it, you are getting it. These are powerful. And when you hear the experiences from the seers in the group, when they come in and they tell you what they're seeing, it kind of embeds that into your field as well, and you start seeing that and seeing more. Like,
so true, Patty. Yeah, thank you for sharing that.
So these that's basically it. I, like everybody else has said, I'm yes to everything. This has been fabulous to listen to today. Stop talking because there's more people to speak. So thank you.
Thank you for being here. Thank you so much, Patty. Good to see you, and I'll see you in class.
Yes.
Love it. Yeah, there are a lot of people wanting to share, which I love. So I think Karina is going to come on next, and I think it is really late for you. So thank you for being here. Let's see, you should be able to unmute yourself now.
Hi.
There you are. Hello.
Hi, can you see? You can't see me, or?
We can't see you yet.
Yeah, now you can see me. So, hi.
Oh, hello. Good to see you, Karina.
Thank you. I'm Jon with my mobile phone, so.
Perfect.
Yes, it's I love this symbol, and I work with them every day. And and I can't say my favorite because it changed because what I'm working with.
Yes.
But I can say this shield of sovereignty came in for me today when I was at work, because I work with patient. I take blood samples, and sometimes I meet a lot of people every day, and some people can be really afraid or angry. And today it was a person, he was really angry, not at me. He was angry for the doctor, but there was no doctor there, so he was so angry and agitated against me. And then I felt a shield of sovereignty came in from the left side around me, and I feel really relieved and really like his agitation didn't reach to me. So that was
Beautiful.
really amazing, because I didn't even call in for the symbol. It's just, I just felt it's here and it came in. So
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
amazing. And then when I came home, I have started to use sever to sever from the collective, and also mental body and emotional body. So, and then I feel more relaxed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
I
it
love
was
that.
like a mental shaver to shave off all energy that have been attached during the day. So that is also something. And then what I also have done really much, I have taken a photo from me when I was a child, and a photo of me when I am adult in this age, and I run the healing between. And this is really powerful
I love
because of
that.
the visual. And that have I done with other people too, and it's really powerful.
That's very creative. I love
Yeah.
that. Thank you for sharing that.
And also I have taken a photo of me and something that I want to manifest, and put something and run the healing. And that is really powerful when you see it visual.
Yeah, that's a wonderful idea.
Yeah.
You're working with these in some creative ways. I love that.
Yeah, and also I have done with my daughter, and it's not always she want to sit down and listen to with closed eyes and listen to a meditation. And then I took this activated sheet with the symbols, and she could run because there's something that she want to manifest some extra work during the weekends and something like that. And then she could write, and I could run the healing. And that is really powerful for her. And it when she could see, because we took a photo of her as well, and I lay all the symbols around the photos. And that was
Beautiful.
also really amazing for her, and she could see that, and that was also powerful.
I love it. Karina,
Yeah.
you're doing some powerful work over there. Thank you for sharing
Yeah.
all of that.
Yeah. And it's so, yeah, it's because it's so easy, and also when you have the card and you can see it, so that is really something.
Yeah, yeah. It makes it more tangible. Yeah. And I love the activated sheet. I do that also, and I do that for my daughter too. She's working on moving out of her dorm into an apartment. So she's got her whole I made her an activated sheet, and she's wrote down all of her, everything she wants in her new apartment. But I love the addition of the photo. That's a really creative
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah. And I also want to say thank you for everyone who's sharing. It's so fun to hear how everyone works with them, and so.
It is. It is. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
it. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here, Karina. And
Yeah.
I'll
Thank
see
you
you
so
in
much.
class.
Yes, I love that.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you. Love it. Okay. So let's see if Olivia is still here because I know you needed to go. And you are. Yay. Okay. And then if there's anyone who would like to go after Olivia, Kara, I think. Yes. And if there's anyone who would like to go after Kara, just comment in the comments. Anybody on the spot if you're not here to share. So let me know in the comments if you would like to share. And Olivia, let me bring you on here. Hi, good to see your face.
Hi, good to see you. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about my experiences with the symbols. I've actually been working with Matt a lot. We've been practicing with each other quite a bit, and it's just great. Like, and I actually encourage, I mean, I can't force like other people to do it, but I encourage like people to try to work with each other because it's great to see how people use the symbols differently. Like, and I think the biggest thing that I like about the symbols is that you can use them like really creatively. So like even when I was working with Matt, he was like, "Wow, I would have never thought to have used it that way." Like I think it was the remembrance symbol, and I think I used it to remember who you are outside of like trauma or something
Yeah.
like that. And but there's like so many ways you can just use like even like every single symbol. It's like amazing. And I also like how, because I'm certified in a lot of your other modalities, I like how well it fits with everything else. Like almost every single time I run something like with the symbols, I'm always like, oh, I can use something from this modality too, and this one, and this one. So it's always like different ideas that are coming up. So it's really great. I would say that my favorites are probably pattern disconnect and release and sever. Um, Probably more pattern disconnect because I find myself having certain patterns that I really want to like stray away from. So I find myself using that one the most actually, and release.
I love that. Yeah, pattern disconnect is powerful in really, disconnecting from that pattern and moving into a new reality. So I love that you're doing that. And I've seen such a difference in you and your strength and your just countenance has shifted since I met you a couple of years ago. It's probably been 3 years ago now. And it's beautiful
Yeah,
to witness.
yeah, and it's great because it's like I remember when I met you, I was just going through like such a hard time. And I mean, I won't lie, I've also had some other things that have helped me, which is one of the things I really love about you, Alicia, is that you had mentioned that you believe like in medicine and it really helping me. And I was on a different medication and it was completely making me so anxious. And just that switch to that new medication changed everything for me.
Wow,
So
that's amazing.
yeah, so like I really do believe that being on like the right or the wrong medication can really make a difference. And I think that, it really helps us to be able to accept the energy better too. Because like if you're in a
That's
place
true.
where you're like feeling like you don't deserve to, you might not be accepting a lot of the energy as much. So,
Yeah, that's really true. And thank you for bringing up that point about medication because, I'm definitely not someone who says, don't do, medication, don't do mainstream things. And sometimes the energy work will up our field to, like you said, finding the right thing or being open to receiving the right thing. So there's so many things that are supporting us. It's not just one thing. It's not just a symbol that's going to change everything in your life, but it may open you up to, you know, the next thing and be a part of your journey. And, I mean, I have seen symbols do miraculous things, just one symbol, one time. But, what else was happening around in the energy field while that was running? So I love that you bring that up. It's important to be open to whatever's there to serve us. So,
definitely.
yeah. Thank you for being here, Olivia, and for sharing.
You're
And
welcome.
I
Thank
look forward to
you.
seeing you in class.
I look forward to being in class.
Awesome.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for waiting too. Okay. let's see. So I have Kara. Okay.
Hi.
Hi, there you are. So am I saying your name? Is it Kara or Kara? Because I know people with both.
It's Kara.
Okay, Kara. Thank you. Oh, I replaced you instead of, well, that's okay. We can see you.
You can see me. Okay.
There we go. All right. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your patience and waiting while everybody else was sharing.
Yes, no, thank you. And lots of great ideas and great ways to use all the symbols. I'm still getting a handle on all the symbols and all your alignments and some of the sacred light stuff and the EAH stuff, everything together. And sometimes it'll just pop in when I'm using the symbols, or it'll just be like, okay, that needs to go in. But I use a portal symbol a lot for healing. And I've done where I had a coworker's dad had a heart attack and had to have heart surgery, and he was very elderly in India. And so I activated the 2 Arcturian symbols, one from the head down and feet up to meet in the middle, to create a chamber so no infections or anything, so he would heal quickly. And I activated the portal symbol around his chest with the intention to heal the skeletal system, the fascia, circulatory vessels, nervous system. And so he actually was out of ICU and out of the hospital very quickly, and the nurses and doctors were very surprised that he healed so quickly and was able to go home.
Beautiful. I
So-
love that. Thank you for sharing that
So
story.
that was really good. And then I used your portal symbol on my I have very no spaces in my right foot in any of the bones. They wanted to do surgery and fuse them together, but with your portal symbol and with some other of your alignments in that, but I just first started with the portal symbol. I don't take any pain medication, no arthritis pain, nothing, and I can walk and hike. And I was out ice skating for like 4 hours, and it was good. And then if it's just a little stiff, I just activate the portal to alleviate the inflammation and pain, and it goes away and it's fine.
Amazing. I love that. I have not used the portal symbol with inflammation before. So that's a new thing for me. I'm going to try that. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. And I've also used it for like blood vessel spider vein things. I had blood clots, almost my complete left vessel vein, deep vein was clogged. And so it leaves those gross veins like down on your foot, or the ones that pop out.
Right.
So I've started activating, and that discoloration and everything is going away. And the little bulges in the veins I see now are starting to decrease. They're going back in, so they're not sticking
Very
out
cool.
as far. So
that's
very cool. Been good. Yeah, because I was like, oh, it's so yucky looking.
Yeah, I have a couple of those on my foot too. I am gonna try that. And people are saying in the comments, some of the practitioners are saying they're gonna use the portal for inflammation too. So this is what's so beautiful about having a community like this, is we can get, especially with tools that are so creative like the symbols, we get ideas from each other. And that's one of the reasons why I love teaching. And I can't wait to teach again. So
yeah, I'm excited. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Thank you so much for being on here and for being patient, waiting for everybody else. And I can't wait to see you in class.
Yes, thank you. Can't wait to see everybody in class. Thanks, Alicia, for your amazing work that you do. It's just been life-changing.
Thank
you.
Bye. Beautiful. All right. Amazing. Okay, let's see. Is there anyone else here who would like to share? If you are here and you'd like to share, if you're a practitioner or a student, let me know. Whoops, what did I just do to my desktop? Okay. So those were some incredible stories, incredible stories. I just love so much hearing from you guys and what you're doing and how this work is changing your life and the lives of your clients. And if you're watching and you have not taken this class yet and you're interested, you're intrigued, I would love to invite you in. And I just want to take a moment to allow those of you who are considering this to really feel the energy of Sacred Soul Symbols in your field so that you can see if it's right for you. So I just invite you to drop down into your heart for a moment. Just really connect in with yourself, with your own energy. And I'm going to bring in the center of protection symbol so that you can just really be in your own energy so that you can feel for yourself if this is in resonance with you. So just placing you in that container for your own energy. And into that container, the center of protection, I'm going to send in the energy of Sacred Soul Symbols so that you can feel if it's in resonance with you, with your field, with what you're doing in this lifetime, what you're meant to do. And just noticing how you're feeling in your body. If you're feeling like you can take a deeper breath, or if you're feeling lighter or feeling excited, just the cells of your body begin to sort of light up and vibrate. Those are some good indications that this is in resonance with you. And that's just a quick way to feel the energy. You can do this yourself on your own, take a little bit more time. I'm just going to clear the energy out so that you're not walking around in that. And if you have any questions about this class, we are starting Tuesday, February 25th. There's a ton of bonuses and perks of joining this round. There's a $555 discount. And I cannot wait to get started. I'm really excited to teach again, to allow for all of us to deepen our relationship with the symbols and to meet members of our new Sacred Soul family. So I can't wait to see you if you're joining us. If you have any questions, please reach out to us at hello@aliciahartzell.com and I will answer them. Amy says, I would like to say I was already excited for class, but now I'm ecstatic. The energy in this chat is refreshing. Yeah, so those of you who are watching the replay, you're not seeing all the commentary going on between the practitioners. And Donna says, I forgot to share about the portal and disconnect family of origin and release for pain in my stomach due to residual cancer issues. It works amazing. It helped me minimize the episodes a fraction of the time that they would normally last. Wow, that's beautiful. I love it. So those of you who are watching who are practitioners, you may have gotten some new ideas. Hopefully you got inspired, and we're going to inspire each other in a whole new level starting next week, February 25th. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to those of you who came on and shared, and those of you who are sharing. I've been getting emails and messages with your testimonials. Thank you to those of you who are sharing that way as well. Love to all of you guys, and I can't wait to get started next week. So I'll see you then if you're coming, and much love to everyone.